What if I told you that the life you're living right now, the successes you've experienced, the struggles you're facing, and even the people you encounter, are all reflections of your inner state? Imagine for a moment that every single thing in your life, whether good or bad, is shaped by your own beliefs and assumptions about the world. What if everything you've ever wanted is already yours, waiting for you to realize it? You see, most of us go through life thinking that reality is something that happens to us. We believe that external circumstances, our jobs, our relationships, even luck, are responsible for the outcomes we experience. But what if the opposite is true? What if reality isn't something that happens to us, but something we create, moment by moment, through our thoughts, feelings, and imagination? This idea might sound like a fantasy, but it's the cornerstone of Neville Goddard's teachings on manifestation. Goddard believed that we are not passive participants in life, subject to the whims of fate or chance. Instead, we are creators, and our world is a direct reflection of our inner thoughts and feelings. What you think about, you bring about. And the powerful thing is that, once you understand this, you can start consciously creating the life you've always dreamed of. But here's the real challenge. Most of us are unaware of the power we hold. We spend our days worrying, doubting, and fearing, not realizing that these very emotions are shaping our reality in ways we don't even notice. It's like driving a car without knowing you're in the driver's seat. We keep reacting to life instead of realizing that we have the power to steer our course. Neville Goddard taught that the key to unlocking your potential is understanding that your imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming or fantasy. It's a powerful creative force that shapes your reality. The question is, how do you harness that power? How do you go from merely wishing for something to actually manifesting it in your life? The answer lies in one simple truth. The world outside of you is a mirror of the world inside of you. Your beliefs, assumptions, and feelings are constantly shaping your reality, whether you're aware of it or not. So, if you want to change the outer world, you first have to change your inner world. And the best part? Once you master this, you can manifest anything: love, success, health, happiness. All of it is within your reach. The power to create your dream life is already within you. Now, are you ready to take control and start manifesting the life you've always desired? Manifestation is not just about wishful thinking or visualizing your goals. It's about understanding the deeper principles that govern reality. At the heart of these teachings is Neville Goddard, whose profound insights reveal that the power to shape your life lies within your own consciousness. For Goddard, manifestation is not simply a tool for getting what you want. It's a way of aligning yourself with the fundamental truth that your reality is a reflection of your inner world. But what does it really mean to manifest something? For many people, the word manifestation has become synonymous with positive thinking or hoping for better outcomes. However, according to Neville Goddard, manifestation is far more than that. It's about tapping into the divine power of creation that each one of us possesses. Goddard taught that everything you experience is a product of your imagination. This is not an exaggeration. He believed that your thoughts, your beliefs, and your assumptions directly influence the world around you. Think of it this way. The world outside of you is like a mirror, reflecting back your inner state. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, and lack, you will continue to see those things manifest in your life. But if your inner world is filled with belief, confidence, and love, then your outer reality will reflect that as well. It's not just about thinking positively for a few minutes a day. It's about fully inhabiting the mindset of someone who already has everything they desire. This is where Neville Goddard's teachings stand, apart from many other perspectives on the law of attraction. He didn't just focus on thoughts or affirmations. He emphasized the importance of belief and feeling. According to Goddard, to truly manifest something, you must not only think about it, but feel as though it's already yours. This is the essence of living in the end, one of Goddard's most transformative teachings. Living in the end means you mentally and emotionally place yourself in the position of having already achieved your desire, no matter how distant or impossible it might seem. This approach shifts the way we see reality. We no longer view ourselves as separate from the world, waiting for things to happen to us. Instead, we realize that we are the creators, and our thoughts and feelings are the tools we use to shape the world around us. But if manifestation is so simple, why do so many people struggle to make it work? The answer lies in understanding the subtle, often unnoticed, ways that our beliefs and assumptions interfere with our desires. Many of us approach manifestation with a mindset of lack, focusing more on what we don't have rather than the abundance we wish to create. We get trapped in cycles of doubt and fear, unaware that these emotions are actively blocking the very things we want to attract. Neville Goddard's teachings provide a clear, practical path to overcoming these obstacles and mastering the art of conscious creation. His methods teach us not only how to manifest our desires, but also how to cultivate a deeper sense of awareness about the true nature of reality. Now, if manifestation holds such incredible potential, why do so many people struggle with it? Why do our desires sometimes feel distant and unattainable, no matter how hard we try to think positively or focus on what we want? The first and perhaps the most significant problem people face is a misunderstanding of the process. Many believe that manifestation is simply about thinking positively or wishing for something to happen. This limited perspective overlooks the deeper truth about how our minds and beliefs actually shape reality. Positive thinking, while valuable, is just one piece of the puzzle. Neville Goddard emphasized that true manifestation requires more than just surface-level thoughts. It demands a complete shift in our consciousness. A second challenge comes from the internal resistance we often aren't even aware of. Deep down, many of us hold limiting beliefs that contradict our desires. You might want abundance, but if you've grown up believing that wealth is difficult to attain or that it's reserved for others, these beliefs will unconsciously block you from receiving what you want. Similarly, you may desire love, but feel unworthy deep down. These hidden beliefs act like invisible walls, preventing your desires from manifesting no matter how hard you try. Another common problem is impatience. We live in a world that often promises instant results, and many people expect their desires to manifest overnight. When they don't see immediate changes, they lose faith and give up, assuming the process doesn't work. What they don't realize is that manifestation, like anything else in life, requires persistence and faith. Goddard teaches us that manifestations unfold in perfect timing, what he called divine timing. The seeds you plant with your thoughts and beliefs take time to grow. Just as you wouldn't expect a tree to bear fruit the day after you plant the seed, your desires need time to come to fruition. It's this impatience, this expectation of instant results, that often leads to frustration and giving up too soon. A final challenge lies in focusing too much on the how and not enough on the what. People get bogged down in trying to figure out exactly how their desires will manifest, constantly worrying about the path to achieving them. This, according to Goddard, is a mistake. The how is not your concern. Your job is to clearly define what you want and then live as though it has already been achieved. The universe, or your subconscious mind, will take care of the rest. When you focus on the outcome and allow yourself to feel it fully, the details will align naturally. Ultimately, the root of these challenges stems from a misunderstanding of the relationship between our inner world and outer reality. We are so used to thinking of ourselves as separate from the world around us, seeing our desires as something out there to be chased, rather than understanding that they are already within us, waiting to be realized. But here's the good news. These challenges can be overcome. And this is where Neville Goddard's teachings come into play. By understanding and applying his methods, you can break free from the limitations that have been holding you back and start manifesting your desires with clarity and purpose. Neville Goddard's approach to manifestation isn't just theoretical, it's practical, rooted in methods that anyone can apply to their life. His core teachings focus on the idea that reality is a direct reflection of your inner state, your thoughts, your assumptions, and especially your feelings. By mastering your internal world, you begin to shape the external world effortlessly. But how exactly do you do that? Let's break down some of Neville Goddard's most powerful principles and techniques. 1. Imagination is reality. At the heart of Neville Goddard's teachings is the concept that imagination is not just a mental activity. It is reality itself. He taught that everything begins in your imagination before it takes form in the physical world. This isn't just daydreaming. It's the deliberate and focused use of your imagination to create the life you desire. Think of it like this. If you can clearly see something in your mind, and if you can feel its reality with every fiber of your being, then it's already in the process of manifesting. For example, if you desire financial freedom, don't just hope for it. Spend time vividly imagining what it feels like to already have financial freedom. Picture yourself living without debt, able to afford the things you desire, and feeling the relief and excitement that comes with that freedom. Goddard teaches that by experiencing this outcome in your imagination as if it's already happening, you begin to align your subconscious mind with that reality. Over time, your external world will reflect these inner experiences, drawing the circumstances, opportunities, and resources necessary for the manifestation of your desire. 2. Living in the end. One of the most transformative techniques Neville Goddard taught is called living in the end. This method requires you to mentally and emotionally place yourself in the state of having already achieved your desire. Instead of focusing on the journey or how you will achieve your goal, you shift your consciousness to the feeling of your wish already being fulfilled. For example, if you desire a loving relationship, you wouldn't focus on how you'll meet your partner or when they'll come into your life. Instead, you would live in the state of mind that you are already in that relationship. Visualize what it feels like to be loved, to come home to a partner who supports you, and to feel secure in that love. As you consistently dwell in this state, your outer reality begins to reflect that inner conviction, and circumstances will naturally align to bring your desire into your experience. 3. The power of assumption. Another key teaching from Goddard is the power of assumption. This principle suggests that whatever you assume to be true in your inner world will become true in your outer world. Your subconscious mind doesn't question whether something is real or imagined. It simply accepts what you feed it. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are impressing that belief onto your subconscious, and it will begin to manifest that reality. For example, let's say you are seeking a promotion at work. Instead of worrying about whether you'll get it or constantly wondering if you're qualified, assume that it's already yours. Carry yourself as though you've already received the promotion. Imagine the responsibilities, the title, the respect from your peers. By assuming this new reality internally, you prepare your subconscious to align with that outcome. Over time, this internal assumption will manifest externally, often in ways that seem effortless. 4. Revision, changing the past to change the future. One of Neville's most unique techniques is called revision. This practice involves mentally revisiting past events and rewriting them in your imagination. According to Goddard, your memories of the past continue to influence your present and future. By revising past events, especially those that caused pain or hold limiting beliefs, you can change the way those events impact your life. For instance, if you had a negative experience at a job interview that left you feeling discouraged, you can mentally revise that experience. Imagine the interview going perfectly, the panel being impressed by your responses, and you leaving the room feeling confident and successful. Over time, this mental revision alters your perception of the past and removes any lingering doubts or insecurities that might be holding you back. This frees you to move forward without the baggage of past failures or limitations. Neville Goddard's techniques are not just theoretical exercises. They are practical, transformative tools that can reshape your life. Whether it's imagining your desires, living in the end, assuming your success, or revising the past, each of these methods offers a clear path to aligning your inner world with the reality you wish to create. These teachings provide a blueprint for anyone seeking to break free from their current limitations and begin manifesting their true potential. Now, here's the most powerful insight from Neville Goddard's teachings, one that has the potential to completely transform the way you approach manifestation. Feeling is the secret. Goddard emphasized that it's not enough to simply visualize or affirm your desires. You must feel as though your desire has already been fulfilled. This is the key that turns your imagination into a creative force. The universe, or more specifically, your subconscious mind, responds not to what you think or say, but to what you feel. It's the emotional energy behind your thoughts and beliefs that truly creates your reality. So if you're affirming that you want abundance, but internally feeling lack or worry, it's that negative emotion that will manifest. The feeling of your current state carries more weight than your words or thoughts alone. Neville often stated, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and act upon that assumption." What does this mean in practical terms? It means that whatever it is you want, whether it's financial freedom, love, health, or success, you must start feeling like you already have it, even if your current reality says otherwise. The feeling of having your desire is the vibrational signal you send out into the universe. And just like a magnet, that signal attracts the experiences, people, and circumstances that match it. Let's say your goal is to experience more financial abundance. You don't simply wish for more money and then go back to feeling anxious about your bills. Instead, you close your eyes. Imagine yourself living in a state of financial freedom, and most importantly, feel what it would be like. Feel the relief, the joy, the confidence of knowing that your financial needs are more than met. Carry that feeling with you as though it's already your reality, and your subconscious mind will begin to align the events and opportunities that match that feeling. This idea is what makes Neville's teaching so powerful. He didn't just advocate for positive thinking or visualization. He insisted on embodying the emotional state of your desired outcome. The more vividly and consistently you can feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, the faster you will see it manifest in your life. But It's important to understand that this process isn't about pretending or fooling yourself into believing something false. It's about aligning your internal emotional state with the reality you want to create. When you feel that something is already yours, it signals to your subconscious mind that this is your new reality. The subconscious mind, in turn, begins to shift your outer world to reflect this new inner truth. This is where many people go wrong. They focus solely on thinking or speaking their desires, but continue to feel fear, doubt, or impatience. These emotions create resistance and block the manifestation process. But when you consciously cultivate the feeling of having already achieved your desire, you dissolve that resistance and allow the universe to bring your dreams into reality. To summarize, Neville Goddard's teachings on manifestation reveal that we are not passive observers in life, but active creators of our reality. Everything begins with our inner world, our thoughts, our beliefs, and most importantly, our feelings. The external world is simply a mirror reflecting what we hold within. We explored several key principles that form the foundation of Goddard's approach. Imagination is reality. Your imagination is not just a fantasy tool. It is the creative force that brings your desires into physical form. Everything you experience in life is a product of what you have first imagined. Living in the end. Instead of focusing on the process or how your desires will manifest, mentally and emotionally place yourself in the state of having already achieved what you want. When you live as though your wish is already fulfilled, you begin to draw that reality into your life. The power of assumption. What you assume to be true, whether good or bad, will become your reality. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you impress that belief on your subconscious mind, which then works to manifest it in your outer world. Revision. This technique allows you to revisit and rewrite past experiences in your imagination. By changing the way you perceive the past, you release any negative emotions or limiting beliefs that might be holding you back, freeing you to move forward with clarity. And most importantly, we learn that feeling is the secret. It's not just about thinking positively or visualizing what you want. It's about cultivating the emotion of already having it. The universe responds to your feelings, not just your thoughts. When you feel as though your desire is already a reality, your subconscious mind begins to align your external world to match that feeling. The beauty of Neville's teachings is that they empower you to take control of your life. You no longer have to wait for things to happen to you. You can begin right now, using your imagination, living in the end, assuming your desires are already yours, and feeling the emotions of having what you want. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a practical, proven method for reshaping your reality. As you go about your day, remember this. You are the creator of your experience. Whatever you believe, assume, and feel will shape the world around you. Take a moment today to reflect on your desires, and instead of hoping for them, start living in the end. Start feeling as though they are already yours. Neville Goddard taught that the key to manifesting your dream life is to realize that everything begins and ends within you. The power to change your world is in your hands. Now the question is, what will you create? Now that you've learned these powerful techniques from Neville Goddard, the next step is to put them into practice. I encourage you to take a moment and reflect on one area of your life where you want to see change. Use the techniques we've discussed, whether it's imagining your desired outcome, living in the end, or assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and start applying them today. I'd love to hear from you. Have you used Neville Goddard's methods before? What have you manifested in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else who's just beginning their manifestation journey. And if you're ready to dive deeper into these teachings, be sure to check out my video on Living in the End, where I break down how to truly inhabit the state of your desires already being fulfilled.